Good morning, children. Welcome to Multiplication Chapter 5, Part 3. Today we are going to learn distributive property of multiplication over addition. Distributive property simply means you're distributing the numbers into two different portions. So let us take an example of polka dots given in blue color and green color over here. So I'm going to distribute these dots in two different ways. So let me take the first group as 3 rows of 12 blue polka dots and the second group as 3 rows of 2 polka dots each. And then I'm going to add both of them together. So I'm distributing the numbers in a different way. So 10 multiplied by 3 plus 2 multiplied by 3. So you multiply the numbers first. So 10 3s are 30 and 2 3s are 6. And then you add both of them. So 30 plus 6 gives 36. This is called as distributive property of multiplication over addition. Now let's take an example of 8 multiplied by 12. Let us use the distributive property. So the first step you're going to do is you're going to split the second number, that is 12, in terms of tens and ones. So we write it as 8 multiplied by, open the bracket, 10 plus 2 and close the bracket. The second step is you multiply 8 with each number inside the bracket. So first you write it as 8 multiplied by 10 and then you write the plus sign as it is and then you multiply 8 multiplied by 2. Now the third step is you first multiply the numbers on the left and right side of the plus sign. So 8 into 10 will give 80, whereas 8 into 2 will give 16 and you put the plus sign between it. So 80 plus 16 will give 96. This is how you multiply using the distributive property. Now let's take another example of a 2-digit and a 2-digit number, that is 18 multiplied by 22. So as a rule, I told you, you're going to split the second number into tens and ones. So the first step is 18 multiplied by, open the bracket, you split the number 22 is tens and ones, so 2 tens is 20 plus 2, close the bracket. The second step is you multiply 18 with each number inside the bracket. That gives us 18 into 20 followed by a plus sign and then you multiply 18 into 2. Now you multiply the numbers on both sides of the plus sign. So 18 into 20 gives 360 while 18 into 2 gives 36. And then you finally add them up and the answer is 396. Now let's multiply a 2-digit with a 2-digit number. This is also called as a 2-step multiplication. Now let us see how we can multiply 86 into 84. Now look at the first step. If you can see, I have marked it in arrow, the step 1, which is you multiply 4 and 6 in the ones place first. As a rule, you always multiply the numbers in the ones. So 4 6 are 24 and I have shown the carryover in the lower box above the number. So 2 is carried over and you bring down 4 in the ones place. Now step 2, look at the arrow I had given. You multiply the ones, that is 4 into 8 in the tens place. So 4 8s are 32 plus the carryover 2 gives 34. So you get 344. We are not done yet. We have to also multiply the number in the tens in the second number, that is 8. So look at the step 2 marked with arrows. If you can see, I have marked an arrow from 8 to 6. So what is the next step? Now before that, you first add a 0 below the 4. You add a 0. This is applicable for all the multiplication using more than 1-digit numbers. So first you add a 0 and then you multiply 8 into 6, that is the second number in the tens place with the ones in the first number. So 8 6 gives 48. So I have shown the carryover in the topmost box. So 4 is carried over and you bring down 8. Next, you multiply 8 into 8 as shown in the arrow. 8 multiplied by 8 gives 64 and 64 plus the carryover 4 gives the answer as 68. So we get 6880. Now you add both the numbers 344 and 6880. So let's start adding from the ones place. 4 plus 0 gives 4. 8 plus 4 gives 12. So 1 carry over to bring down. 8 plus 3 is 11 and 11 plus 1 12. 1 carry over 2 you bring down and add 6 plus 1 which is 7. So the answer is 7224. Now let's see a similar multiplication with a 3-digit and a 2-digit number. Here the example is 218 into 45. So let's place them according to the place value and start multiplying from the ones place. So look at the first step that I have shown you here, which is you multiply the ones. So 5 into 8 gives 40. You carry over 4 to the tens and bring down 0. Next you multiply the ones, that is 5, with the tens. So 5 ones are 5 plus carry over 4 gives 9. Then you multiply 5 with the hundreds, that is 5 twos are 10. So the number is 1090. Now step 2 is first you simply put a 0 below the ones place. Next look at the arrows that I have given in step 2. So you multiply the number 4 which is in the tens place of the second number with each and every number on top. So starting from the ones place we have 4 8s are 32. So you carry over 3 which I have shown it in the top box, bring down 2. Next you add 4 with the tens. So 4 ones are 4 plus carry over 3 gives 7. And thirdly, you multiply 4 into the hundreds place, that is 4 twos are 8. Now you add both the numbers 1090 and 8720. So 0 plus 0 gives 0, 9 plus 2 gives 11. So 1 carry over and 1 you bring down. 7 plus 1 is 8 and 8 plus 1 is 9. So the answer that you get or the product is 9810. Thank you children.